Hey, it's Diane, and I survived yesterday's live, and I'm back to do another. Was it yesterday or Friday? Friday it was. I don't know what day of the week. Yes, it was Friday's live. Yesterday I did one about cleaning up your list. So it's Sunday afternoon. I'm sitting at the end of the dining room table like I usually am. Dishwasher's going. Sorry about the noise. And no hair, no makeup. It's Sunday. I'm just farting around the house and doing some work, doing some writing and stuff. Sarah's birthday is tomorrow, so we're doing a little celebrating all weekend, but tomorrow we're going to do some fun stuff. And so I wanted to get a lot of work done today so that I can spend some time with her tomorrow, which is good. I have a couple one-on-ones. So first of all, I wanted to come to you. From now on, I'm just going to make videos. I'm not going to worry about this is the way I would be on Sunday. And I hate to break it to you, but all the gurus, they're not always made up wearing perfect lipstick and, perfect. They're not always posing in front of their whatever. Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe I don't know the right gurus. I don't know. I think most of them are in t-shirts, shorts, flip-flops, whatever. So this is what I want to talk about today. And first of all, I want to thank everybody. The huge outpouring of connection, love, regard from the video on Friday. If you didn't see it, it's called Starting Over. Go take a look. It was tremendous. And what I loved best was I got a lot of right on, I'm with you, let's do it, as opposed to poor you, because it's not poor me. It's not poor me at all. But for a long time, I did think it was poor me. So today I want to talk about when the victim inside of you rears its ugly head. The first time I learned about some of these prosperity concepts was from a set of Randy Gage tapes called Prosperity. And somebody had recommended them, and they were $77, which I thought was outrageous. And I think back now about how much they changed my life. So it's funny, but I went in on eBay and I put in a search on eBay and I had an alert, and I waited till I could catch a set of these tapes. So I forget what I paid for them. 6 tapes, I think it was, maybe 8. And he started to talk about victim mentality, and what that means is when we get into the thumb sucking, poor me, everybody did something to me mode. And I really thought that I had conquered this a long time ago. I started to realize I had to, the old saying is, if it is to be, it's up to me, and taking responsibility for myself, etc. But when the thing that I least expected to happen in my life happened, I went into straight up full tilt victim mode. And I spent months blaming everyone, everything, and nobody liked me and nobody cared about me. This is, I like to think I'm pretty strong. But it was laying on the couch, and nobody calls me, and nobody thinks about me, and nobody this, and how could they do this to me, and how could they not care about me? And then I got into this is the worst part. And I know you guys have been there. And if you have been, give me a shout out, because this is the type of stuff, this is the battle in the mind that we have to work on. This is the worst, and I'm embarrassed to say, but after all I did for all of these people, and I helped all of these people, and nobody called. And the reality was that I had disappeared. I wasn't at the top of people's minds. I wasn't in their consciousness because I had disappeared. I wasn't working. I wasn't visible. I wasn't writing. I mean, I don't think I put a post on my blog. I put one up the other day. I don't think I put a post on my blog maybe 9 months, maybe a year. I don't know how long it's been. But so I wasn't visible. I wasn't at the top of people's minds. Of course, they weren't thinking to call me up and invite me to come to their event. Of course, they weren't thinking to, do certain things with me or to whatever. And then the very few people that knew what was going on in my life, all of them were great and wonderful. I'm so thankful to those of you that, helped me through this rough period. But I just somehow thought that everybody should know that I needed help and love. And the very thing that I found difficult to deal with certain people, you ever get a prospect or maybe a client, because I've had clients like this, where they're just so caught in their victim that there's really nothing you can say to them because everything you say and every suggestion you give them is, yeah, but. And I wouldn't enjoy that in clients and prospects. And yet here I was. That's where I was after 18 years in this game, in this business, after 18 years of thinking I had this under control. I slumped into the worst state of victimhood. And I can show you because I was journaling. I won't show you because it's too embarrassing. But I journaled and I went through all the people that had left me behind and how I was being left and how nobody cared about me. And it was pathetic. And yet it's something that we all go through, the victim state, the ugly victim inside of us. And here's what I know about victimhood. I didn't realize I was even in it because it's so pervasive. It's so part of the ego. I didn't even realize I was in it because I just didn't even see it, that this was going on in my head. And the part about the victim state is once you realize that you created, Randy Gage's line was, who was at the scene of every crime? Okay. Once you realize that you created, me, once I realize, and I've done this multiple times over, but it gets bigger, so you have to realize it again, that I created my situation is the only time you can turn the corner. Because if you realize that you created that which was negative, you realize in a moment, in a flash, that you can create that which is positive in anything you want, that you have the power. And it's when we give up our power in that victim state, when we give up our power. And in this industry, it happens so often. People are like, well, they ripped me off. Well, did they? They did a presentation. You're the one who went to the website. You're the one who put in the credit card. You're the one that made the decision to buy. You're the one that didn't crack open the course. Any scenario like that, I was just belly aching about a lot of stuff. And I'm done doing that, at least for now, until the ugly victim rears its head again. It will sometimes, some way. I think when we get sick or any of these types of things, we go into victim state. And the victim state is something that you have to be ultra aware of because man, oh man, can that knock you down? And it really knocked me down for an awful long time. So if I can help you with that at all, of course, visit DianeHochman.com. A lot of stuff coming out. My daughter's heading off to work, so I'm going to get off of here and say goodbye to her. And pretty soon it will be her birthday. So it'll be incredible. So see you guys later. Thanks for listening. Love y'all.